Good evening, and welcome to another show of Red Cup Rants. I'm your girl Adana with my BFF Dre and husband Boom. What is going on, gentlemen?
What's good? What's good? Uh, I'm good. I'm good. Just another day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's going on with
Ready
you,
to get
Boom?
Oh, not too much.
Since it's what
everything's good.
vacation week. It's vacation week for one. One just left us.
Well, I do have some good news. I'm getting my tattoo in a couple weeks, so I'm excited.
Woohoo!
What you getting?
Yes, sir. So, other than that, everything's good. I had a good time. I went to Dallas to see my BFF and her family. I had a good time with them. So, back to business tomorrow.
Yeah, buddy. He asked what tattoo you're getting.
I'm gonna get. It's called Life's a Gamble, with a Grim Reaper in the middle, holding four cards. It's gonna
Hmm.
be pretty cool. Yeah, I have it on my forearm. My cousin said he's gonna make it fit, so we'll see. He already got my appointment set up, so I'm excited, man. I'm ready. It's
Can you hear long
long
overdue
overdue
birthday?
birthday gift. Yeah,
Can
long
you hear
overdue birthday
Boom?
gift.
Boom, say something.
So,
Yeah, I can hear him.
Okay. He was just
I can
making
hear him.
sure.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yep, he was just making sure. Um, it's been a fun, sports fulfilled weekend. Um, I don't know where to start. It could go so many different ways because I hear your microwave now. What you over here cooking?
Hold on, I'll be back.
Ugh. Yeah, so I guess we can start when he comes back. We will start with, I guess, some NFL news. But I will say, if you are listening and you want to call in, please call that number that is strolling at the bottom of the page. With any questions, comments, anything, um, that will be greatly appreciated. But I guess we could start off with, like I stated, did you pull up the NFL injuries? Because we didn't have this many as last week, which I am very proud of because I thought we were going to have way more um, in week three, um, but we didn't. I guess we could talk about the big news. He'll probably slowly be coming back as I put this up. COVID, NFL injuries and COVID. Eight players from Tennessee Titans have been tested positive for the virus, but that is stating that they are asymptomatic. Hey, Nikki, but they're asymptomatic, so they're shutting down practice facilities in Tennessee. So they will see this again, test everybody again Saturday. There is a possibility that they might play, but on Monday Night Football. So that's just a heads up that they did just play the Vikings. So Vikings players are are getting tested too. Um, but it will be like I said, it'll be definitely interested to see what is going to happen because this is technically our first COVID outbreak in the NFL this season.
Hmm.
What do you think
Yeah.
should happen?
postpone.
Right now, yeah. Postpone until they everybody gets cleared. I mean,
Aren't they
I
built
I,
in
I applaud the NFL. Go ahead, boom.
aren't they built in a cushion at the end of the season for something like this? where they can delay the playoffs or something so the regular season can be played out?
I
Because if
am not for
because
sure.
because if you
All,
don't postpone, it's not going to be the same across the board. Because some teams will be playing 16 games and these two will be playing 15. So
yeah,
there should be
I
some type
think
of
it'll probably happen on like
postponement.
their
If they
I
have the
think if they
same
do it,
bye week,
it'll probably be on the bye week or it'll be a makeup game. Like
a Monday
they'll
game, it's going to be
they'll
on a
do a
Monday
Monday
night
game,
game.
or they'll probably
Hmm.
just put it on a day that nobody wants to watch football. They'll probably put it on like a Tuesday. So I mean, who knows?
Yeah, because I mean
So
it's not just one or two players; it's several players. Doesn't didn't eight on the Titans tested
I
positive?
think they had like eight. I think it was like a couple players and a couple personnel. So yeah, it was uh it was a decent amount. So this is what something that the a lot of sports entities have to deal with. The NFL, not the NBA has done a wonderful job as far as kind of curtailing this. The NFL is still on the learning curve, so it's something you got to take serious. Like I mean, one of the Falcons players they didn't play this Sunday because they had the COVID. So I mean, this is something that you gotta have to really look into. So if they can postpone, I would until at least everybody's cleared, and then they probably have to do it on a day like nobody really watches football, like a Tuesday or Wednesday or even a Saturday.
Yep. And we have a call in. Who do we have?
The Miss Clear of the chat, the predict, the one that predicts all.
There you go, Dre. This one's for you.
No, it's not for me. Who is it?
It's Paul. Can you
It's
hear him?
all.
Yeah, I can hear.
Man, it's like I've been saying for the last 3 weeks. You can't keep going three and out and put that bad defense on the field and expect miracles. When you go three for your last 14, what do you expect to happen with Matt Ryan as your quarterback?
So it's all on Matt Ryan,
Three for
and no
14,
credit,
bro.
no credit to the opposing
Three for
defense.
14,
No
taking
credit to
sacks,
the opposing defense.
fumbles,
No credit to the opposing
score a,
defense.
score a touchdown in the second half, would you, man?
Again,
I,
Come
no credit to
on.
the opposing defense. So put the blame all on Matt
Listen,
Ryan.
but you used the same excuse last week. And what
I
did I
no, I
say
didn't.
in the
I did not say
quarter?
give
Matt
the
Ryan
opposing
did
team
not do enough.
credit.
You cannot go three and out, four possessions in a row, go three for your last 14 in the second half of a game with a bad defense and expect miracles to happen. I keep repeating the same thing every week, and you keep blaming the defense. We know that's not a top 10 defense.
I'm
So
not
that's
talking
not a
about.
top
I'm
10
not talking
defense.
about the
Get
Falcons
some
defense.
first down.
I am not talking about the
Get
Falcons
some first
defense.
down.
I said the
Put the
opposing
defense on the
team's
bench and let them
defense.
rest.
Opposing team's defense. That's who I'm asking about. Not the Falcons defense. Opposing
So
team.
what's the difference between the first half and the second half? Why do the Falcons offense keep struggling in the second half? Last week it was a below average Cowboys defense that they struggled in the fourth quarter, and this week it was the Bears defense.
okay, let me ask this, Paul. I'm gonna be real straight with you. I'm gonna be real straight with you. You
Be
sound like a
honest.
Matt.
Don't come at
You
me
sound.
like a homer.
No, I'm not. I'm
You
just gonna
know
say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this.
real kind of football.
While Matt Ryan kind of he threw that interception in the to close the game out. I just kind of find it funny that whenever the Falcons lose, you blame the quarterback. You don't blame receivers dropping passes. You don't blame the offensive line blocking. You don't blame our coaching staff for abandoning what was working for us. We want to blame Matt Ryan. So when you said that 39 points, when you said last week that 39 points was not enough to win the game, you pretty much lost me on that because 9 times out of 10, if a team scores 39 points, they're going to win the game. So, I understand you don't like Matt Ryan, that's cool. You don't like Drew Brees, that's cool. But I have yet for
There
you
have
to admit,
been
or I have yet for you, I have yet for you to say it wasn't their fault. Because matter of fact, one of your quarterbacks that you are so highly thought of, in Lamar Jackson, only had 97 yards last night
and
passing.
he had an awful game.
But wait, Paul. I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Let me
On
finish.
himself,
Let me finish.
and he
Paul. Let me
everyone else.
finish. No, no. Hold on. You talked enough last week. It's my turn. I didn't see you blaming Lamar Jackson for the Ravens losing yesterday. Um, you always blame Matt Ryan, even though Matt Ryan played the game of his life. Lamar Jackson looked, as much as I like to watch Lamar Jackson play, he looked below average last night. He really did. And I hate to say that about him because he's a good young quarterback, but he didn't when the Ravens went down, what did he do for them to come back? I mean, it's not I mean the defense was great, but they didn't do enough to they didn't do enough to slow down the Chiefs. So my question to wait, hold up. So my question to you is it the Ravens' fault or is it Lamar Jackson's fault?
Lamar Jackson played awful,
Yeah, he played
and I
awful.
didn't like.
So but at the same time, so when Matt Ryan plays well, you blame him. So are you gonna blame Lamar Jackson for this loss last night?
Matt Ryan plays well. I haven't seen Matt Ryan play a full game of football well in about 5 years.
You're
So
telling
when I
stories,
say
cause
that,
so I guess wait, hold up. Wait a minute, I got it. So that game against the Cowboys, wasn't a complete game.
3 quarters of great Matt Ryan play, and the fourth quarter he was awful.
Wait. You said 3 quarters. Did he throw a touchdown in the fourth quarter? So let me guess. Julio Jones. So it's his fault that Julio. So it's his fault that Julio Jones. So it's his fault that Julio Jones dropped a wide open touchdown pass. It's his fault.
From Cage.
Blame it.
That wasn't even from. It wasn't even from Matt Ryan.
It wasn't even from Matt Ryan, it's from Russell Gage. So is it his fault that Julio Jones dropped a touchdown pass? And please
Gentlemen,
answer this. Please answer this. Please answer this very tactfully because I want to see what you're going to say.
And you went up in the fourth quarter to beat the Cowboys.
You missing my question. Is it Matt Ryan's fault? Is it Matt Ryan's fault that Julio Jones dropped that touchdown pass?
He
Is
was
it Matt Ryan's fault?
passes before his completion to the backup tight end. He didn't do enough in the
So,
fourth quarter
so
to keep packing on
okay,
points.
you're
Paul. See, this lets me know that you don't watch football because you're completely avoiding the question that I asked. I said, was it Matt Ryan's fault that Julio Jones dropped the touchdown pass?
To never win and be relevant with Matt Ryan as quarterback is
See,
big three.
you know
But
what? It's nothing else to say. You're not answering my question. It's nothing else to say. You're not answering my question. You're basically blaming Matt Ryan for stuff that other people do, but instead of blaming those people or holding them accountable, you blame the quarterback. So it's nothing else to say to you, bro. It really isn't. You're blaming Matt Ryan for our struggles when it's a whole plethora of struggles why the Falcons are 0-3. It's the coaching staff, offensive line's not blocking, they abandoned the running game. Our defense is trash right now because of injuries, but you want to blame Matt Ryan, even though he played a perfect game against Dallas. And I got two Cowboys fans right here that can vouch for me. He played the game of his life, but you still want to blame him. Now, I don't want to. When he threw that interception, that was every quarterback throws a bad interception. Matt Ryan throwing one. I seen Dak throw one. Aaron Rodgers, great. Even the great Tom Brady threw an interception. That was a killer interception. But I don't see nobody blaming them. But when Matt Ryan does, it's Matt Ryan's fault. I get it. It's cool though. But
I
like I said before, you won't answer my question about what Julio Jones did. You don't want to hold him accountable for dropping a game changing touchdown pass. That lets me know where you're staying. You're not worried about the Falcons in general. You're just mad that Matt Ryan is Matt Ryan. That's what it is. You're just like it's Matt Ryan. It's Matt Ryan's fault that it's Matt Ryan's fault that the defense plays terrible. It's Matt Ryan's fault that receivers drop passes. It's Matt Ryan's fault that Julio Jones dropped a game changer touchdown pass. It's Matt Ryan's fault that they let a backup quarterback from Chicago come in and throw three touchdowns. It's Matt Ryan's fault. You sound like every other Falcons fan that hates Matt Ryan. That's what you sound like right now. That's what
yes.
you basically sound like right now.
And then when you ask him about the defense, he'll say the defense is terrible. Well, okay, well that's the job of the
We
defense.
know the defense is
They are
terrible.
offense. So if they can't stop the
So
opposing
so
offense, they're going to score points. Duh. That's the point of the game. You score more points than the other team. Duh.
Like I
That's
said, he lost me when he said that 39 points is not enough to win a game. That's where he lost me at, and it's no point of talking to him after that.
and
That lets me know. That lets me know that he does not watch football like he supposedly does.
and then him saying that Lamar Jackson played horrible last night. Yes, he did, but not even
I don't see nobody blaming him.
yeah, I know. And then not even mentioning how bad the Ravens defense got burnt last night. Not even talk about that. I mean, what Lamar Jackson's supposed to play defense over there too?
Is he
No,
supposed to make? Is he supposed to let? Is he supposed to? Is the Ravens? Is the Ravens when the Ravens receivers was dropping passes? Everybody blame Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson's supposed to tell the person to catch a ball when they throw it. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. I know the
Was it Patch?
quarterback.
Was it Peters? Was it who was the cornerback? The Kansas City old Kansas City running cornerback that got burnt.
Peters. Yeah,
Yeah, he
Marcus
kept he
Peters.
got
Peters.
yeah he got burnt like 3 or 4 times.
And the cra- and the crazy thing about it is he's
Yeah,
supposedly a top five cornerback. And people was telling me he was better than Jalen Ramsey, and I told him he was smoking rocks. Monday night just proved my point. He is not better than Jalen Ramsey. He's
and
not.
because Hardman burnt him last year though. It was the same.
Couple
And
times.
he burnt him a couple times last year. He burnt him this year again, almost the same identical play.
yeah.
But
Right.
it's
I
obviously
just
it's
find
got
it.
to be we're missing that quarterbacks get all the blame. But this is what typical I feel like to say this is almost typical America because they want to blame just the quarterback and not blame the whole team. It's a whole team effort most of the time why the team is losing. Now, if it was like a really, yes, don't get me wrong, Lamar looked horrible in that game, but their defense did not pick up the slack only on certain plays.
Right. So I mean, like I said, everybody wants to blame the quarterback, but then when the team wins, it's a team effort. When
Yeah,
a team wins, it's a team effort. But when the team loses, it's the quarterback's fault. Like I don't get
exactly.
it. I don't get it. I really don't. So when people come to me talk about Matt Ryan didn't do this, Matt Ryan didn't do that, I'm like, Matt Ryan doesn't play defense. Matt Ryan doesn't play wide receiver. Julio Jones is one of the best receivers in the league, and I don't see nobody chastising him for dropping touchdown passes. They all want to blame Matt Ryan. Oh, he ain't throw the ball well. Oh, and matter of fact, like LaDonna said, it didn't even come from Matt Ryan. It came from Russell Gage who threw the ball, and it was a decent ball.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So when people come to me talking about that, but then they don't want to, they want to give quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes last week had a he didn't have a Patrick Mahomes game. I mean, they struggled with the Chargers.
the Chargers.
They struggle with the Chargers. So, but I don't see nobody giving Mahomes a pass. I mean, I don't see nobody giving. I see everybody giving Mahomes a pass.
Because they
But let
want to.
my let the Falcons. Somebody mess up other than Matt Ryan, he gets blamed for it. Why? Because they still like Michael Vick. Michael Vick is still in their brain because he was a black quarterback in a predominantly black city. So Matt Ryan, honestly, Matt Ryan never had a shot. Even no matter what he does, no matter what he could win. Like I said, he could win 3 or 4 Super Bowls. They'd be like, he should have won 5. Like, come on, man. Like seriously. Like like when people start blaming Matt Ryan for shit he didn't do, I tune them out. I don't even listen to him. I don't.
Well, he interrupted my NFL injuries, COVID.
Oh, we good. I just said
Oh
what I
no,
said.
you're
I said I'm
good.
tired of people. I'm
Oh no,
I'm
you're
tired of people.
good. And
I'm tired of people blaming Matt Ryan for shit that he don't do. Now don't get me wrong. I have criticized Matt Ryan for a lot of things because there's some things I want him to do better. So when he threw that interception, that was a bad throw. I give him that. But he's not the whole issue with this team. It's way more issues than going on in our organization. Like, I mean, you're up 26-10, just like the Cowboys game. You're up 26-10. Uh, Todd Gurley is having a pretty decent game, 80 yards on 14 carries. He scored a touchdown. He was looking like the old Gurley with the Rams. Then all of a sudden, you start, like I said, you start just throwing the ball, especially when you have a 2 touchdown lead. Work that clock. Work that clock. Use the running game. Use Brian Hill was having a decent. I mean, everybody talks about Gurley, but Brian Hill had a decent game. I mean, he was running the ball well. He was catching passes out the backfield. Use that clock. So it all falls back to what I said last week. I don't think Dirk Carter is the guy at OC. I told everybody this when he was at Tampa. He was complete garbage at Tampa as a head coach, and people were excited that he came back to be our OC for the Falcons. I told y'all hiring him was the equivalent of eating trying to reheat cold French fries. It wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work. So all the stuff that y'all seeing now, we saw that when he was the head coach at Tampa and he was our OC in Atlanta. So I don't know why everybody's so surprised by this. I really don't. That's why I said I don't think he needs to be our OC. And honestly, I think it's time for a coaching change. To me, I think it really is because I don't think Dan Quinn has gotten over Super Bowl 51 when we blew that 28-3 lead. I think it's a mental thing. I really think it's a mental thing. I think when we put our foot on the gas, we get so conservative when we are have a big time lead that we start doing like a lot of stuff I saw in that Dallas and that Chicago game. I saw it in Super Bowl 51. He got real conservative. He got real passive, and our like I said, our defense ain't that great. So I mean, the offense wasn't moving the ball. It was just like I said, it was just. I mean, he's a great guy. I want to see him do well, but at this point, I think his time's up in Atlanta. I really do. I really think his time's up. I think it's time for us to move on. Uh, I had the. I know a lot of people said we should look at Eric Bieniemy from KC. I think he'll be a great coach. I wanted him to be our coach a couple times, and I think he deserves a head coaching job. So right now, I mean, I know he kind of went 6-2 on the back end, but at this point, I think it's time for us to move on to another coach. And I hate to say that because I like to see people succeed, but and I know Arthur Blank doesn't fire coaches mid-season, but it's time for a change. It really is. It's time for a change. Because we could be 2-1 right now. Consider the fact the Saints lost and Tampa Bay's. We could be tied for first in the division right now, but right now we're in the basement, sitting at 0-3. And it's not gonna get any better because we play the Packers on Monday night with that bad man and Aaron Rodgers. So I'm gonna watch. But I'm gonna watch like this with one eye, cause consider the fact that what Nick Foles did to us in the passing game. I can't even fathom what Aaron Rodgers is gonna do to us Monday night. I'm gonna still watch, but I'm not so optimistic about us winning that game. And we're playing at Lambeau, so I mean, uh, I know y'all watched it with me. I was there with y'all watching, and I had the doo doo face on. So what did y'all see? What did y'all see in that Falcons Bears game? That
For
I
one,
mean,
first I want to say
it
what up to Sam because he's in the chat room.
yeah.
What up, Sam? And then two, your Yankees look like they're on fire. I am watching the game. You better watch my Cardinals tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. But what
I
I
have no
saw from my point of view,
I
besides your brother-in-law over there jinxing some of that game, we ain't gonna talk about that, but he jinxed some of it.
he was telling the
And
truth
then
though. He was telling the
two,
truth.
it I know he was
He
telling the
was
truth, but he started jinxing. He was jinxing people last night, so it carried on to Monday night game. So it was the jinxing started at your game and didn't finish to the Monday night game. And then what I saw from just a fan looking at it, your defense looked tired, and I could understand where Paul was trying to get at, but how he said it was totally wrong. You can't blame Matt Ryan for everything. Yes, there shouldn't have been so many three and outs, but you have to remember there is that man on the other side. Khalil Mack was on the other side. He's a bad man, and you had Hicks. Those two together, I think they forget that there's Hicks is with him,
hmm
and so that two combination is powerful, and so that's a big line coming after you. And then because they were so tired, they were giving up those deep throws to Foles because they weren't expecting Foles to come in.
hmm
They were prepared for Mitch.
Right.
And when they came back out to somebody that can actually throw the ball, it threw them off.
Oh, Robert Quinn too. Sam just put that. Robert
Yeah,
Quinn was
Robert Quinn
playing as
too.
well.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. I really wish that we would have got
Stop.
Quinn. I know he did a coin flip and ended up in Chicago, but I really wish that he came to Atlanta because he could have helped out guys like Tack and Dante Fowler
He wanted too
and
much.
he,
He wanted.
yeah,
He was expensive.
yeah, he was. But I would have took that risk because right now, besides Dante Fowler, Tack McKinley is out. Grady Jarrett might be out because he's hurt. Who's our only pass rush? It's really not. We really don't have a pass rush now. It reminds me of John Abraham when he was playing with us. He was our only legit pass rusher. So it's all gonna fall on Dante, especially if Grady don't play Monday night. It's gonna all fall on Dante because I really don't see. I mean, everybody talks about Comiskey. He made a couple plays, but I don't think he's there yet as an elite pass rusher. So, and it just seems like even though we have a defensive minded head coach, a defensive minded coordinator, our defenses. Y'all saw the stats when I was at your house. We were pretty much at the bottom of everything. So it doesn't matter if we have an elite offense that puts up points. We're gonna have to put up
Hmm.
points because if our team don't put up points, we're gonna lose because our defense can't hold water right now. And it's
That's
gonna be even more bad. It's gonna be more sad because we have to play the Packers on Monday night, and I know everybody talks about Mahomes and Russell Wilson being the MVPs. Don't forget about Aaron Rodgers. He's having a year too. So I mean, it's go it's gonna be. I'm gonna watch with one eye open.
Stop.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, Sam. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, that on that one play where the dude broke free and scored a touchdown. It was like three Falcons players there, and then when I don't know if it was Foles or Trubisky, one of them threw a ball, and it was three Falcons players there. Somehow the receiver caught the ball over three Falcons players. So it's like,
wasn't it
I mean, I don't know. It's like
wasn't
right
it
now, it's
on that play?
we got to figure it out because right now we're staring at 0-4.
What?
Because we're playing the Packers Monday night in Lambeau. So I mean, I don't want to be sound like the pessimistic fan, but right now the way Aaron Rodgers is playing, you see what they did. You see what he did to the Saints Monday, and they got and I hate to say it, they have a little better defense than the Falcons do at this point right now.
Hold
So
on one
and with
second, Dre. Hold on one second, Dre. What were you saying? Boom.
But
You were saying something. I couldn't hear you.
I was just asking about the play that he was talking about. It was it Allen Robertson or Mel Miller on that sideline catch?
It
Oh, it
was
was Allen. It
Miller.
was no, 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 no. The
Well,
one
oh, you
where
talking about
the
that?
one where they broke the tackle. It was Robinson.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Miller was the one that caught the go ahead touchdown.
Okay.
So and then on top of that, I just found out that Denard, who's been playing hella good, he's on the IR. So that's another cornerback down. Isaiah Oliver's been struggling. AJ Terrell might not play Monday, depending on with this COVID thing. So Grady Jarrett, it's like the injury bug just went to Magic City, got some wings, and then went to Flowery Branch and started
Woo.
injuring folks. So Grady Jarrett might not play. Tack McKinley's out. Ricardo Allen is out. So it's like, I mean, what can you do? What can you do at this point? I mean, we just gotta hold on. I mean, I know everybody's talking about tanking for Trevor and Justin Fields, but you know my philosophy on that. We don't even know if they're going to be good coming out of college. They might be trash, and then what? You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
So
So right now, I'm a fan. I'm still gonna be a fan, but right now I have absolutely no expectations for my Falcons team right now. I really don't because we whenever something's going good, you see how it goes. You see how it goes, and the way the Falcons do it is just the epic proportions how we lose. So I don't have that. I don't even think we're going to beat Green Bay on Monday. I'm gonna watch, but I don't think we're going to beat Green Bay. Consider the fact that Aaron Rodgers is probably
yeah,
playing the best football in a couple years, and we're playing at Lambeau, and our defense is pretty much the walking wounded. I expect us to lose by at least two touchdowns at least. That's just me. I'ma still ride, but There are no expectations come from me. I know some Falcons fans gonna come after me for saying that, but right now I'm just being realistic. I'm being realistic right now. So, but see, Sam, I will say this. Yes, your Giants are the worst team in the league, but your roster is not as good as Atlanta's. That's just being honest. We have a roster to pretty much compete with anybody in the league, and we're totally underachieving. So it needs to start somewhere. Arthur Blank needs to get in his room. He needs to figure out who needs to stay and needs to go, and go from there because it's just very like shameful that you have one of the best rosters in football and you can't close it. So, but I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I know Boom and Ladonna want to talk about because I go all night about my Falcons right now. I'm gonna be a rider, but right now it's not looking good right now. So,
Yeah,
if
but
y'all don't want to, if y'all want to talk more about the Falcons, if not, then we can move on to the next
Did we
subject.
talk about injuries?
no, that's
Yeah.
what
Well,
I
not really.
was going to say. Is since you already brought up your injuries for the Falcons, I'm going to go with the injuries with the rest of the NFL.
Go ahead.
So last night for the Chiefs, Chris Jones tweaked his groin, so he's going to be out for a little bit, but they believe it's not a serious ailment. And then we got the rookie cornerback for the Raiders, Damon Arnett. He's visiting a thumb specialist today after falling awkwardly on it Sunday. Could be sidelined for 6 weeks. And then the worst case scenario put him on the injured reserve. The Eagles tight end Dallas Goddard has a very small fracture in his ankle that won't require surgery, but is to keep him out for at least a couple weeks. Next, we have Broncos. The right tackle Elijah Wilkinson will be placed on injured reserve with a leg injury. And also said that Philip Lindsay with the toe is close to returning, and quarterback Drew Lock might play next week versus the Patriots. But there's more hope of him being back for Week 6 against the Dolphins.
Yeah, because they play this week and they already named somebody else over Blake Bortles. The Broncos did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The
Did they
Washington
just sign,
football,
did the Broncos just sign a quarterback?
Blake Bortles.
yeah, Blake.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The Washington
So
football team announced it has placed defensive tackle Matthew Ionides. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that last name, but torn biceps has been on IR, and elevated veteran defensive end Nate Orchard from the practice squad.
That's who just got. That's who's starting for the Broncos this week.
Right, Ripien, Ripien
any
Broncos.
word on Chase Young? I know he was hurt Sunday
He's
too.
Not on this injury report.
Okay. 'Cause I know he pulled his groin or something, so he'll probably be playing then if they ain't saying anything. Cause I know he got hurt Sunday.
Yeah, doesn't. I don't see him on this injury list.
he has a groin injury.
I think a lack of an off season, a lack of a preseason, has contributed to a lot of people getting hurt so quickly.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause he got hurt last week.
yeah, yeah, past Sunday, right?
No, week before that.
Oh, oh, I thought it was this
Yeah,
past
he was
Sunday.
ruled out. He was ruled out this week with the groin injury. He was hurt last weekend.
Yeah, I think these are injuries that happens on Sunday.
Yeah.
Giants are signing defensive back.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Sunday, second quarter. He left in the second quarter, and he ruled out
Yeah, I
after
thought because
that.
I know we
Okay.
saw we saw it at yeah we saw it at your house. We saw it at your house that he was walking off the field or whatever. So yeah,
Giants are signing defensive back Madre Harper off the Raiders practice squad. New York gave the 2020 undrafted free agent a signing bonus to entice him to Vegas. New York also announced it signed running back Alfred Morris and quarterback Clayton Thorson, while terminating quarterback Cooper Rush and running back Rod Smith from the practice squad.
Oh darn.
Jets coach Adam Gay said Rookie left tackle Mickey Becton, shoulder. Wide receiver Jamison Crowder, hamstring. And offensive tackle George Fant, concussion, will be limited in Tuesday's walkthrough and are trending toward playing Thursday against the Broncos. And then the next part is the Falcons, but Greg, you were kind enough to go through that.
Hmm.
Oh, I didn't know this. Your kicker went down.
Yeah, we just signed. I think we're signing another kicker, Young Wei Koo. Yeah, he's down too. So
Yeah, so you guys, it says here you guys are bringing in Kai Forbath and Elliot Fry for workouts. Titans left tackle Taylor Lewan, who went down this past Sunday versus the Vikings, avoided major injury. While it's too early to say whether the Lewan will play this week against the Steelers, there's optimism in his absence being short term. The Titans placed long snapper Bo Brinkley and nose tackle Daquan Jones on the reserve COVID list among the practice squad tight end Tommy Hudson, according to the league's transaction wire. The Titans also added running back Deonta Foreman and defensive back Maurice Smith to the practice squad.
hmm.
The LA Chargers placed cornerback Chris Harris on the injured reserve and promote
Dang.
defensive back Jaleel Ade. The Bears placed running back Tariq on injured reserve and elevated running back Artavius Pierce to the active roster. Steelers coach Mike Tomlin characterizes fullback Derek Watt hamstring and safety Marcus Allen plantar fasciitis as doubtful for the team's Week 4 game against the Titans. So that this game is going to be the story of the week, right? Because of the Titans' COVID positive result.
Mhm. And this game
Hmm.
might be the one that might go to Monday night.
Yep. So they want to.
If they do it Monday night, it'll probably be the end of the season though, since they already got their schedule out. Unless they do it on like a Saturday, like a makeup game on a Saturday, because towards the end of the
No,
season,
no, they were talking like this Monday.
I was saying that they might
oh,
play
do
it.
like a double header.
I
It
don't know.
it might not even be televised probably for it might not be
Okay.
even nationally televised, but how they were talking it was this Monday. If I'm wrong, let me know, Sam, if you saw something. But from what I was reading, it might play this Monday, but then NFL changes their mind. Yep, this Monday night. Sam
That Monday,
agreed.
so they playing two games. Okay. All right. So,
If they play,
but you never know. But you never know. Know how the NFL is. They'll probably try to make it a double header again.
right?
So, and then who knows? Who knows if the Packers beat the Falcons so bad, they might switch to that game.
So it's
I mean, don't get look. Hey, look. Anybody out there that's watching, I am a Falcons fan, but I'm also a realist. I mean, the way Aaron Rodgers is playing right now, I know they're talking about Lamar, not Lamar, Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson, but Aaron Rodgers is right there as far as MVP race. Even put you can even put Ladonna's boy in there, Josh Allen. He's playing pretty good football too. He's
People
like
are
he's like a
sleeping on
fringe.
them.
He's like a fringe MVP player right now. But right now he's got the Bills 3-0 and he's playing some good football. So, but go ahead, Boom.
yeah. That brings the conclusion of the injuries, but
You
I'm sure
Chris
there's
Carson,
yeah.
ankle injury. He might miss 2 to 3 weeks. And then Jamal Adams from that game is hurt. I haven't heard an injury update about him.
I think it said from what I saw this morning. I think he got a groin too. He's got a groin injury
I know
too.
it's a
It's
groin
been
injury, but I don't know how long. Like they haven't released how long the injury might keep him out.
it's crazy, with groins and ACLs and stuff like that. It's crazy, man. Like I think they set a record for most groins and ACL injuries this season. Like I've never seen it in this capacity as far as either a groin injury or ACL injury.
I
So
agree.
yeah, and hamstrings too, because Julio's got a hamstring injury, and I think a couple players got hamstring injuries. So yeah, I think a lack of an off season and a preseason, people can't get in shape and play football at full speed. That's why. So yeah.
So my husband has walked away for a second, but I do want to. So
That's my
You hear
word.
you hear your
I
nephew in
hear.
the
I hear.
background.
I hear the birthday boy.
So, birthday boy, yes. If you're listening, our son, his nephew, is 3. Say hi.
Shrio.
Say hi.
What up, nephew?
Yeah. So it's his birthday. But yes, let's talk about this Cowboys loss. If you pay attention, you probably chain reaction. We do talk on every after every game. Um, Me and Boom and our special guest was Dre. Um, we can't hear you if you said something. Boom. Your microphone might have been muted. But this game, I expected a blowout. I was not expecting us to only lose by 7. We need help. I think they just signed. Was it an offensive tackle?
Mm-hmm.
We needed more than that. I keep getting updates. Oh, it's not belated, Sam. It's today, so you're good. Um, I keep getting updates from Patrick, and Patrick keeps having this dream that we are going to sign ET. Let it go, Patrick. We are
Well, from what
not
I heard,
signing him.
from what I heard,
I don't
he
think
was gonna go to the Texans,
Arsenal issues.
but I guess they had a delay in the meeting, and then I guess they offered him contract. He's not gonna sign until he actually meets face to face with the uh, with the management. That's what I saw. I think right now they're sending him to Houston right now. So
From what I read, they're not signing him at all. So I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
Um, but it has, whatever it is, we're not signing him.
Mm-hmm.
We we're not signing him. They already came out and said they're not signing. Just kind of let it go. Let that dream go. Unless he's actually here signing the papers, don't expect him to come.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think his play is greater than his off-field issues. I mean, there's reports of him having being a bad teammate in the locker room, and I mean, to be a good defense, you need to have good chemistry with the other players around you. So if you can't have that in the locker room, I don't think his play is great enough to compensate for that. So,
And that's why Mark McCarthy doesn't want him here. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people are mad because Mike McCarthy doesn't want him here, and Jerry kind of wants him here, and Steven wants him here, but he doesn't want him here because of the simple fact that he's a cancer from what they say. He's a cancer to the locker room. He doesn't get along with others, so that's why they are not helping. They're not trying to get him or trying to help him to get here or anything. They're not pushing to get here because of that.
Right. So, um, but as far as the Cowboys game, I saw some pretty good things. I think Dakota Rain played a good game. He, even though, like I said, and the crazy thing about it is, I don't see a lot of people chastising Dak for throwing an interception late in the game to lose a game.
Well, I have, I
Well,
have. They've
you,
they've been coming after me, and I'm like, dude, it was at the end of the game. Like,
yeah. But I don't see it as much as I see it as far as the level of hate I see about for Matt Ryan though. Um,
it's about the level of hate for Dak is about the same for Matt Ryan.
right. So
Because
it's
the
just
only
like,
people, because like a lot of people, when he was the player of the week, people were mad. When people saw him throw how many yards he's thrown, there people have been mad, and it's the same people that don't want him as their QB. Not so much my husband, but other fans because he's doing so good. Um, but the hate for him is horrible.
mm-hmm,
People are talking about they'll still take Carson Wentz, and it's like, okay, you'll take Carson Wentz, but This is the Eagles team that booed Soundwave boos in their stadium to their own QB. Like, how horrible can you be when they do that to you? But it's sad. It really is. I think they're like 1A, 1B hated QBs, and they're actually looking decent this year. Their record doesn't show what they've been doing on the field.
Hmm. But as far as that, and then what's the name didn't look himself. He didn't look himself that game. Ezekiel Elliott. He had a couple good runs, but I don't know what was up with him dropping those screen passes. And I know Boom was fussing about those about them running those screen passes all the time. But was it just me or Zeke didn't look himself that game?
Zeke didn't look himself, and also that screen play calls. It's not
Mm,
where it wasn't working, and Zeke wasn't off to a good start. So I don't know why they kept going back to the screenplay. The front seven
hmm
of the Seahawks defense is too great. They they sniffed it out every single time. Now, if it's the play call, that's on the coaches. But if Dak is getting if he's checking out of a play call two screen passes, that's on him. Why
hmm
would you go to screen passes when they've been sniffing it out all day long? That we saw on Sunday. The front seven of the Seahawks defense is too great. You can't run
Yeah.
screens on them. You got that boy in the middle, Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright. And then
Yeah,
Before he got
with Jamal
injured,
Adams.
Jamal Adams.
He was wrecking the
But like I
backfield.
said before, yeah, like I said before, he's good in run coverage, but and blitzing the quarterback. But as far as coverage, he is trash because I've seen a couple receivers burn Jamal Adams on coverage. I think C.D. Lamb burned the one time. And what's the other guy? Smith. Is his name Smith? The one that's got the Cole Beasley number? What's his name? Is his
Oh,
name Smith?
Cedric Wilson.
What's his name?
yeah, Cedric Wilson.
Yeah, he burned Jamal Adams a couple times. So we had this big debate about is Jamal Adams elite? He's elite if he's a linebacker, he'll be a stud. But as far as being a safety, that man can't cover worth shit.
Here's a question for everybody. My question is, what the hell is up with Kamari Cooper?
Uh,
Um,
there's nothing going on with Amari Cooper. He's just not being being targeted, and then there's also they're trying to do too much with CD Lamb.
yep.
He's a rookie. He has good talent. They're trying to force the ball to CD Lamb, which I don't think they should do. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Amari Cooper because when the ball is thrown to him, he's making plays.
Mm-hmm.
Or I mean, if the ball is accurate and gets to him, he's making plays. But
Mm-hmm.
I think they're trying to do too much and try to be too cute with CD Lamb. I mean, hell, why do we have to wait until the end of the third or fourth quarter to get Michael Gallup the ball?
Mm-hmm.
So it's you can look at it that way too. Why would you wait so long to get Michael Gallup the ball?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I feel. Me personally, I don't think, and I kind of agree with Boom, but I also want to say is the fact of the matter is Amari Cooper, he garners so much coverage as far as game plan. I think that teams are schemed more to him to try to make sure he doesn't make the big play. So when you got guys like C.D. Lamb who can play, it leaves a lot of one on one with guys like C.D. Lamb and Gallup because I don't think Gallup or C.D. Lamb got uh, any type of double teams or nothing like that, and that's why you saw Gallup make those big plays because he had one on one coverage. I think teams are starting to scheme more to Amari because he's your number one guy, he's your number one receiver, and I think that helps in a way because Dak's not just looking specifically at Amari and throwing five ins and outs. He's basically trying to stretch the field, throwing the ball downfield. So in a way, I think the reason why Amari's not getting the numbers he is because defenses are scheming towards him, and it's allowing Dakota Rain to survey the field and realize that it's not just Amari out there. You got CD Lamb, you got Gallup, you got the tight ends, you got Zeke. You got guys out there that he could also look at like progression. He could progress and see they got other guys out there besides Amari Cooper. And I think that was his issue last year. I mean, yes, he was throwing the ball to Gallup a lot, but I think he was so fixated on Amari Cooper that that's why he was throwing the ball there. So I think the fact with CD Lamb and Gallup getting a lot of one-on-one coverage, that helps too as well. Just like with the Falcons with Julio, everybody knows Ridley is a good receiver. He's a hell of a receiver. But the reason why he's a good receiver, but he also gets a lot of one-on-one coverage because a lot of defenses scheme towards Julio because they don't want Julio to take over. So you see a lot of safety over the top with Julio. I saw a lot of that. I saw a lot of that in the Cowboys game where they had the safety over the top on uh on Amari. So I think it'll help to me personally, and it'll develop Dakota Rain more as a quarterback if he doesn't just be so fixated on one receiver. So I think that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's what I saw from the Seattle game. That Dakota was trying to spread the
Trying
ball
to
around a little bit. He was trying to spread the ball around a little bit. I mean, Zeke didn't really do much in the passing game. Like I don't know what the hell was going on with him, but
we did not establish the run to open up our passing game.
right. And even what's his name? The guy that I just mentioned, he was making plays. So I mean, yes, I know Amari's not having the numbers he has, but he also is doing a lot more than just catching footballs. He's the one that's dictating how the defense plays against your offense, and that's what gets other players the looks and the catches to make plays. So,
Hmm.
and I agree with my brother-in-law. The Cowboys do have they have some weapons on that side of the ball. They really do. That's why they was number one in the offense last
And
year, and I think that's why McCarthy came in this year because McCarthy worked with Aaron Rodgers. So I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to develop that, I guess, a little bit. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. So that's just my opinion, though. But you go ahead.
yeah, but before the season even began, what was the point that with that someone trying to make? It looked good on paper. That's
Hmm.
fine. Prove it. They haven't
Yeah.
proved it yet.
Well, I mean, like I said,
On the offense, okay with the offense. Just Dak
yeah.
needs to do a better job uh, reading the defense and calling the right audible to get the most yardage on that play. He needs to do that better and work on his accuracy.
And run the ball too.
Yeah,
It's like Ladonna said. When Dak runs the ball effectively, the Cowboys pretty much win the game.
yeah. And
Yeah.
also, I even said this: our defense.
Yeah.
There's who do we have on the front line that's making plays for us, and it's only one person,
Alden Smith. It's only
Alden
Alden
Smith.
Smith. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he said diamond in the rough. Yes, this is the first time playing in 5 years. Yeah, give him to week 6. Then when he gets this game time in, he's gonna come back to form,
You could
and
always
Hmm.
say it.
he's a monster right now. He'll be even a bigger monster. I think we'll be putting him in the same category as Aaron Donald by week 7, week 8.
And you know what? And I kind of agree with that because before he started dealing with problems, he was a good pass rusher. He really was. And I think that if he stays on the right track, and if Randy Gregory comes back and he stays on the right track, Cowboys can have a pretty decent pass rush because y'all didn't really sign all the Smith. Y'all signed all the Smith for a pack of annihilators in a Super Nintendo, pretty much.
Yeah,
And
it's a proven deal. So if he
yeah,
proves like,
and he's
so
proving it
far,
right now. I think if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he leads the league in sacks.
Yep, he does.
Shoot,
yeah,
he got three on Russell Wilson. That's
yes,
achievement in itself.
yes. And
So
Byron, you said Dak's mental issues he spoke about affecting his play. I don't think so because this is the
I
way
don't
he
think
played
he
last.
is. But you know what? I will say this: the last two games he's played. He hasn't played terrible. He hasn't. And I've been a big critic. I've been a big critic of Dak Prescott. He's not playing bad right now. He's not playing bad. But then again, it's a contract year, so every player that has a contract year, they're gonna ball out so you can get that
Or
big
try
deal.
to
So
ball
right
out.
now, yeah. So right now, he's not playing bad. He's not playing bad. He's playing pretty good. But it's only week 3, so we'll see. And they're sitting at 1-2 right now with a game against Cleveland. So that's a winnable game. I think it'll be a good game, but I think that's a game that the Cowboys can win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we gotta stop somebody. They got a lot of weapons. A lot of people forget they have a two-headed monster in Cleveland when it comes
Hmm.
to running backs, and then they have Landry and Jarvis Landry and Odella. Um,
And they also got Austin Hooper, who was a former Falcon. They got
yeah,
Austin Hooper as well, and
yeah,
the
and
other tight
he's
end from Miami as well. I forgot what his name is, but they got two tight ends.
yeah, because Njoku is hurt, so that's why
They got Austin Hooper,
they got Hooper's starting now because Njoku is hurt.
right? And
Um,
they got the defense. Miles Garrett's going to be a problem for their offensive line.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So
So
it's
it's going it's going to take them to stop one or the other. Um, I don't know what they're going to stop. I probably think they're probably going to stop the run game more than they're going to stop the throws because I feel I have more faith on that line than I do our corners. But you never know.
hmm
If the pass rush looks as good as it kind of did on on Russell Wilson, then we can get Baker Mayfield rattled.
right.
It don't
If y'all
take
can
that.
if
It
y'all
don't take that much to rattle him. It takes a lot to get Russell Wilson rattled.
Yeah. And I think
yeah.
right now, I think if you could like put hands on Baker Mayfield, he will get happy feet.
Hmm.
He will get happy feet. So
Yeah,
You
that combination is probably the best 1-2 punches
know,
in running back in the league right now. That Chubb Hunt combination, no
that
doubts about it.
that combination is going to give Jalen Smith and the other linebackers a hell of a day Sunday.
Yep,
hmm
And Byron, we ain't stopping the run.
I think we
Especially if
can.
they run towards Demarcus Lawrence side, we ain't stopping it.
We stopped the
mm.
run the last couple weeks. What are you talking about?
Well, I will say this. I will say this. I will say this. Dallas is
I have
good.
more faith.
Dallas is good against the run. They're not good against the pass.
Exactly, and that's why I said we won't stop them throwing, but we'll stop them running. I don't know what
But I
my
think
husband has seen the last 3 weeks, but we've been
but
stopping
I
the run.
but I will say this. I will say this. If the Cowboys can stop Chubb and Hunt and make Baker Mayfield have to make plays, Dallas will win.
Hmm. That's
Dallas
what
will win the
I.
game.
That's how I feel.
Dallas will win the game.
Uh,
But like I
we're
said,
going to
this is a two-headed monster here that y'all got to deal with on Sunday. Y'all got to deal with that, and we got to deal with the bad man on Monday. So yeah.
so no,
See, Chris Carson only got 64 yards last week. When we played the Rams, Brown only got 79 yards. And when we played the Falcons, Gurley only got 61 yards. No one has gotten over 100 yards on us yet. It's the passing game that we have to worry about.
And if y'all make Baker Mayfield pass the ball, y'all will win.
And that's a great word, contain. If we can contain them to what we've been doing with the other running backs in the league, I think we're good because this is Chris Carson. This is Todd Gurley. I understand the Rams running backs are kind of situation is iffy, but Todd Gurley and Chris Carson, we held both of them under 100 yards.
Yeah.
okay. I mean,
So,
I'm just
but it's a
saying,
whole, but it's a whole
like they can
different,
come out some screen passes.
yeah, it's a whole different monster y'all gotta deal with. Y'all gotta deal with a whole different monster on Sunday because Chubb and Hunt can pretty much if the Browns dictate the running game and they run like they've been running, it's gonna be a long day for that Cowboys defense.
Yep. And my
So y'all
prediction,
got so y'all have to make Baker Mayfield make plays.
Yep.
my prediction is that we're gonna win by 3. First time
I
this
think
season,
that
the Cowboys will win.
where
You said
where
we
y'all
were going to
playing
lose Sunday.
where y'all playing at?
We're playing here.
Yeah, I got Dallas winning. I got Dallas winning by a touchdown because
Yeah,
I
you
think
said
they're
you.
gonna. I think that the Cowboys defense is gonna make Baker Mayfield make a mistake and they're gonna win. They're gonna win by 7.
I
And I
said
agree
we're
with you. I agree with you,
3.
Sam. I agree with you, Sam. The only way the Browns will win is if they ground the pound. If they ground the pound, then
Yep.
the Browns are winning. So the Cowboys got to contain that two-headed monster and make Baker Mayfield make plays.
But it was the end of the third quarter. They're calling it dirty. It was a gator roll from what people were saying, but he's
The, vi-
not
the
going to get. He's going to get fined, but he's not going to get like suspension.
he
Yeah.
basically did what Vontaze
It
Burfict.
was
That's
the
that's why I
dirty
called it the
play.
Vontaze Burfict special. That's why I called it the Vontaze
It
Burfict because
wasn't that
Vontaze
bad.
Burfict
I've
did.
seen Vontez do worse.
Well,
Yeah.
as far as the Gator Road thing, I seen him do it. That's why I called it
Yeah.
I called it that. But I don't. I mean, the good thing about it is he's not hurt that bad. But will I say it's dirty? I mean, it's debatable to me. It's debatable. It could be either way.
It, see, I like what Randy Moss said. He did say it's a dirty play, but he's not gonna call the player a dirty player.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's I agree. I
I
agree. He's
mean,
not a dirty player.
it was a one time thing. If it happens, like over and over again, then maybe we can call him a dirty player. But at this point moment, that was a just a dirty tackle. Not sure why he kept trying to roll. You're flat on the ground, so he could have just let go. But not gonna call him a dirty player. It was just a dirty tackle. That's it. That's all it
Yeah,
is to it right now. Unless it happens a few more times, then we can go come back and say, hey, maybe this guy has an issue, purposely
yeah.
trying to injure other players, which
He's not
is
like he's not like Ndamukong Suh. Ndamukong Suh was a dirty player.
yeah,
He was a dirty
or
player.
perfect.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I got the Cowboys winning on Sunday.
I'm just glad my husband changed his pick.
I'm
Yeah, I
shocked. I'm
just
surprised too.
I'm gonna try my luck, picking the Cowboys because the first 3 games I said we're gonna lose. And then when I said we lose, we were and I predicted we lose by plus 10 plus points. So try my luck, say picking the Cowboys by 3.
And y'all playing in Arlington, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I got him by
All
10.
right. I got him by a touchdown. I
So I
got him
reckon
by a
the same.
touchdown. I got him by a touchdown, and then I got the Falcons losing by 14. So
Oh,
they
let's
playing Aaron Rodgers.
see.
They playing Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau. So I'm gonna watch like this, but I might have to eat a couple edibles before kickoff. So
A couple scores that I'm. We'll just talk about a couple recaps. Panthers beat the Chargers. That game was interesting. Packers beat the Saints. Thank you, Packers, because there's a lot of Saints fans that support us, and don't get me wrong, but y'all have got the same record as the Cowboys. Buccaneers beat the Broncos. Tom Brady started looking like his old self, even without Broncos defense. Steelers
but I
beat the
will
Texans.
but I will say this: they did miss Von Miller, even though it probably wouldn't have mattered. But they're missing their best pass rusher. So
Oh yeah, Titans beat the Vikings by 1. Lions came back on the Cardinals. Bills came back on the Rams. Washington lost to the Browns this week. Who it was it was Eagles versus
the Bengals.
Bengals that ended up in a tie. Poor Byron. Not so much, but just a little bit. Just 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 a tad. Patriots beat the Raiders. Some of these games were expecting, but I did not. Don't get me wrong. I expected the Colts to win, but they put on a clinic on the Jets, 36-7. I didn't expect the Chiefs to do what they did to the Ravens because the last year's game was just so much closer. This was just, you know,
I'm saying right now, I'm not saying they're going undefeated, but looking at their schedule, they have a pretty good chance to go. I don't see
yeah.
them losing 1 or 2 games. They have a pretty good chance of going undefeated. They may lose a divisional game. I mean, the Raiders might surprise them, but I don't see anybody beating them right now. They could easily go 16-0,
And then
especially the
Ryan
way they.
Fitzpatrick,
Oh, go
Ryan
ahead.
Fitzpatrick throwing lights out against the Jaguars on Thursday night.
Yeah, and
I, you know,
I had to give my son the skippity paps on that. So
and what's so crazy is, I tell people Dolphins basically what's going on with the Dolphins and with Fitzpatrick and Minshew, it's the same quarterback, just different ages.
pretty much, pretty much, pretty much.
That's all all I said. Um, but it is what it is. What's good, Latroy?
Oh,
Um,
big homie checked in. That's my dog. That's my
yeah,
homeboy.
he just
Appreciate you
said
coming
that.
on for a little bit.
Yeah, he said Chiefs goes on 14-12 or 15-1. I definitely agree with that. I agree with
Hmm.
him, and I agree with what you stated earlier. Um, that Chiefs defense played has they have played pretty good this year, but they didn't play pretty good against the Chargers.
They didn't.
And you can't really say it's a division rival because it was a division rival rookie QB that they were not prepared for.
Right.
That whole
But
situation was crazy. Um, but that is the NFL recap. Unless anybody else needs to talk about anything else about the NFL or any other game,
oh, and I hope Tyrod Taylor gets paid.
or I hope it gets paid too.
I hope he gets paid because that's a fucked up situation. So I hope he really gets paid. I hope he gets paid.
Yeah, because lawsuits
So
are probably getting filed real soon,
right.
especially if
and
he
the fact of
loses
the
his starting spot.
and the fact of the matter is, this same doctor has had issues before, and they still hired him. That's a bad look. That's a bad look. Cause then he have a DUI. He had a DUI. He had a malpractice issue. So I mean, I mean, I understand the Chargers owner is probably one of the worst, but come on, man, you gotta look out for your players too, and that's bad business, man. And you know how that can affect your team is if you draft rookies and they refuse to play for you. They
Yeah,
sit out the season because of that.
yeah.
There's a lot of repercussions going on with that.
Bless you.
Thank you. So that's a bad look for the Chargers right now.
Yes, but we'll
So
move on. NBA playoffs.
I'm tired of eating
So,
crow, man. I'm tired of eating crow. Jimmy Butler has been making me eat a steady diet of crow. He's been proving me wrong, man. I can't say anything. He's got his team in the NBA finals. I know Philly and Minnesota are like kicking themselves right now, especially Philadelphia because ever since he's left, they have went downhill. So I applaud the Heat making it, but the Lakers are going to win. I don't say it's going to be 5. I'll say I got Lakers in 6 on that one.
You,
I,
so you think that he can keep up with the Lakers defensively?
I think so. I think so. Everybody knows Jimmy Butler's going to guard LeBron. Uh, and I think Miami has enough shooters to keep it close. And I think Bam is going to give Anthony Davis a little bit of trouble. But all in all, it's hard to beat LeBron and the Lakers in 7 games. So I got the Lakers in 6 on that one. I think the Heat will win too. They'll make it interesting, but LeBron's on the cusp of winning his title, so he's not gonna He's not going to be denied. I think the Lakers will win it, and Anthony Davis will have his first championship too as well. So, what up? What up, nephew? I see you out doing the football thing. I gotta come see you play football, man. I gotta come see you play. You've been doing good. So, and I
I'm
know a
with
lot of people.
Sam. I'm with
I,
Sam on this. I hope the Lakers lose.
they're not gonna lose. They're not gonna lose because for one, they're doing it for Kobe. So, they're not gonna be denied. They're doing it for him. So, I got the Lakers winning in 6 games. But if the Heat somehow win, I'm gonna send Jimmy Grant, not Jimmy. I'm gonna send Jimmy Butler a tweet talk about I'm tired of eating crow for your ass, really. So, but
Win
I
it
got
for
the Lakers.
Kobe. Yeah, win it for Kobe, but at the same time, I don't like the Lakers at all. So they can lose.
Yeah. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the Lakers are gonna pull it out, and LeBron will have his fourth ring, and the LeBron sexuals will be touching each other and all that shit, all that good shit. So you know how LeBron sexuals are. You know how they are. You know how they are. Whenever LeBron does something, they go off. They're right up there with Luca fans, Jordan fans, Alabama fans. They're right up there. So
Luca fans aren't that bad just yet. They're getting
yeah,
there,
they
but
are.
not.
Well, they're bad for us because well, you know the situation with him and Trey.
Yeah, but
So
they're not that bad yet.
a lot of people are saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's a hell of a player. I just don't like his fans. Just like LeBron fans. I have a problem. I don't have no issue with LeBron. I have an issue with his fans though. So, but yeah, I mean, Sam, he's a good player. He's a good player. Luca's a hell of a player. You see what he did in the playoffs on a bad ankle. He had a 40-point triple double. So I mean, he's good. He's
Oh,
good.
we love Luca
I
here
love
in this
Luca. I
house.
love,
Yeah, we
but I
love
just
Luca in this house.
I just have to hear the Trey Young Luca Doncic debate for the rest, probably until they retire.
Yeah, yes, you will.
And the bad thing about it is Trey's not that bad of a player. Now, if he was terrible, a whole different story. But Trey's not that bad of a player, so I don't understand why people are saying that the Hawks got the bad end of a deal, which in reality they didn't. And they picked up DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish in the trade. So if Reddish goes off like I think he will, then it'll be a good trade for Atlanta. So I don't believe that we got a raw end of a deal. Then yeah. Oh, LeBron, yeah. I don't have a problem with LeBron. I have a problem with his fans. His fans make it seem like he walks on water. And he can't do no wrong. So when you criticize him or say something bad, if you say something bad about him, then you're a hater. But they could. It's the crazy thing about LeBron fans. They could criticize every other player, KD, Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, Luca. They could criticize everybody else. But when you say something bad about LeBron or you criticize LeBron, now you're a hater. I don't. That's why I don't engage with LeBron fans. Only a few that I could talk to because they have common sense. But for the most part, I don't engage with LeBron fans because they got his head so far up his ass, it's not even funny.
Sam said his daughter is actually a LeBron fan.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with LeBron. I think LeBron's gonna go down as a top 5 player all time. It's just the fact that his fans think that he invented basketball. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, one last topic. I guess it's one and two and one or
Uh,
three and one.
I don't really have to
Uh,
say it.
I just want to talk about that punch in the gut.
Saw Soul leave his body.
And we just saw the dude just, and then,
Saw Soul leave.
ah.
But that was a good fight. That was a good fight. Congratulations to Jamel. He is now the unified, undisputed junior welterweight, super welterweight champion. Uh, I really want to see him. I want to see one of them fight Canelo, but that probably won't happen. Or Triple G. Or hell, even go down to a welterweight and fight like a. Well, they're not going to fight Spence because they're in the same camp and they're friends. But I wouldn't mind seeing fighting a guy like Terrence Crawford or Garcia, Danny Garcia, one of those guys. But right now, They're probably two of the best boxers going on right now, and they got better ever since the other brother lost his one fight, which I think he didn't lose. They're pretty good. So I wouldn't mind seeing one of them get in the ring with Canelo and fight Canelo. I think that'll be a good fight. But is it going to
I
happen?
would
We'll
be
see.
torn. I would be really torn since, I have a child that kind of favors Canelo. And
And he's
then,
boxing now. And he's
and
boxing
he's
now.
now,
So
now he's learning
and,
how to box. He's trying
and
to
he's
learn
learning
how to
how to
pow
box now.
pow. He
Yeah.
is learning, Tariq is learning how to pow pow.
So
But they did put on a show. That both of them
they,
put on a show, and then Style Bender, he's still talking crap. I just want everybody to know if y'all don't watch and follow this man, he is still talking crap to
well,
Acosta.
when you're the best, I'm not even saying the best middleweight. When you're the best fighter in the world right now, you could do that. And I think right now, I'm not saying he's the greatest middleweight because there's Anderson Silva there. And even though he beat Silva, Silva was kind of like at the end of his career. I will say he's the second best middleweight behind Anderson Silva. I will say that. But right now, he is the best fighter in the game right now. Consider the fact we don't know what's going to happen with John Jones. Uh,
Him and you, Usman, that's
Usman
right.
too. Usman as well. Yeah, Usman as well. And I don't. They talk about Miocic in the heavyweight division, but right now, I don't see nobody touching Israel right now. I really don't. I think he's. There's a reason why he hasn't lost yet. So I think he is the best fighter in UFC right now. That's just
Yeah,
and he's the second. And I know he's been in the game not that long, but I'll even go out on a limb and say he's the second best middleweight ever behind Silva. I think Silva's the best middleweight of all time, but Israel's right. Israel's number two right now because just the way he dominated that, and everybody knows what's his name, Costa. Costa wasn't a slouch. He was putting people under. Like he walked through Romero. Like Romero was a good fighter. He walked him down and
yeah,
beat him.
that hurt. That Romero fight
He
hurt me because I'm a Romero fan.
and he made light work of Romero. So you know what I'm saying. So I mean it's and so see the way that Israel dismantled Acosta like that. That lets me know this guy's the real deal. And I will say he's all time. He's the second best middleweight all time behind Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva to me is the best middleweight of all time.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, like we try to watch all of them. We missed one of the twins fights because it went by so quickly. But like I said, we tried. We were on. I was on it trying to find everything. Um, and then like I said, Saturday was fun day. Saturday, I mean Sunday and Monday were fun day. We do have SEC football back. My team looked horrible. Dre's team looked okay.
No, 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 no,
Um,
no, no. They look terrible. They
until the
look
second, like the
terrible
fourth quarter, they
because
they
we
they
finally
showed
got the
up.
quarterback play. But there is good news. There's good news. JT Daniels is cleared to play, so he will play this Saturday against Auburn because we gonna need him because that is a prime time game. Battle of two top 10 teams. We gonna need some quarterback play because as much as I wanted Dewan Mathis to succeed, he did not look good. And he's a freshman. I get that he's a freshman, but he did not look good. So hopefully JT brings some stability to the quarterback position because we gonna need that Saturday night because Auburn is no slouch. It's not. Georgia's about to go through a stretch of hell. We just played Arkansas, even though they're not that good, but it's still an SEC team. We got Auburn. We got Auburn this Saturday. Next Saturday we got Tennessee, and then the week after that we got Alabama. So we have the stretch from hell. If we can
Oh,
get out
we
there,
went through that. We went through that already. Yeah,
yeah.
Alabama.
So
That's horrible. Yeah.
yeah, so we got the stretch from hell. So if we can get out there at least 3-1 or 4-0, then we'll be all right. But yeah, we have the stretch from hell. The first four games out the gate. So we're gonna see what our team is made of. But yeah, yeah, Sam, exactly what I said. Damn, that's a fucking gauntlet that we gotta go through.
Look at Mizzou's schedule. It's like almost the same thing. So
Yep.
we play Tennessee this week, and
Yeah, we
then next
got.
week it's like Kentucky or something. It's kind of ugly too.
Yeah,
Um, but I have nothing else to talk about.
I'm good. I really don't have anything to say either. I'm pretty much said what I had to say. So
Boom.
Nope.
So you know what that means.
hard shot time, right?
Parting shots. Who wants to go first?
I
Anybody?
have
I could
one.
go. Or Boom, you want to go? Or I can go. It don't matter.
I got nothing to say. So
Hmm.
Well, I could go. Mine's gonna be short and sweet. Uh, Number one, I'm about to get ready to watch this comedy show. I'm about to watch this comedy show called the Presidential Debate. Uh, I'm not really into politics like that, but I know a lot of people are saying this is probably the most critical time to vote. So, me personally, I probably won't. I probably won't be voting. But if anybody out there that wants to vote, go do your job. Me personally, I have my reasons why I'm not voting, but that's just my reason. But I'm not going to discourage anybody from voting. So if you want to get out there and make a change, do that. If you have the power to do that. So uh, Braves play tomorrow. I'll be asleep because I gotta go to work tomorrow. But the Braves are playing tomorrow. They're playing the Reds. So uh, that's and I have no expectations for what my Braves are gonna do because consider the fact of what my Falcons have done. I'm not I'm not gonna get hyped up for the Braves. I know a lot of people are picking the Braves or the Dodgers to be the NL representative in the World Series. There is one team out there that might sneak in there, and my BFF is probably gonna disagree with me. But you know how them Cardinals are. And she talk about they playing Slam Diego, but I know how the Cardinals do when they get in the playoffs. They mess around and be in the World Series because that's how they are. Nobody's talking about them. And the last time nobody talked about the Cardinals, they won the World Series. That was like
Every time we're a
2011.
wild card, every time we're like
But
a wild card situation, we make it far.
I'm trying to tell you. So she up there talking about, oh, she was like, well, we're not going to be. I'm trying to
I
tell
don't
you,
think we are. I don't think we are. But you never know. You know,
you
I've seen
never
a lot
know
of things
because
happen.
we know how the Cardinals get. They Yachty goes and gets some special juice, and they just start winning. They start winning, and next thing you know, they're in the World Series. They're in the World Series. So I mean,
I think if Yachty and Wainwright get a ring this year, they'll retire.
yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals make a run. That's because that's just what they are. Is watching base exactly, Sam. Anything can happen, especially in baseball season, postseason baseball.
Oh, trust me, I understand. It's just our pitching, our starting pitching has been hurt.
So if the Cardinals make it to the World Series, you're gonna go to the game because you know they play in Arlington.
Um, how my bank account set up and my COVID scare is scared set up. I would love to go, but I'm too scared to go.
I
Trust
will
me.
say this. I will say this. If the Braves make it to the World Series, I just need a place to stay so I can go.
And you already know. You
Yeah,
already
so
know
I'm gonna
I
come.
got you.
I'll come on over there. I'll buy because it's been a while. When was the last time the Braves? 1999 when we played them Stankies. I know Sam was listening. The damn Stankies when they came back and beat us. So we gotta get payback. So hopefully the Braves do good, but I have no expectations of the Braves because I suffer from Georgia PTSD. So I mean, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Super Bowl 51, the national championship, the Cardinals spanking us in Atlanta.
95.
Uh, no, the 10 run
Oh,
second,
last
the 10 run
season.
inning,
Last year.
yeah.
Last year. Yeah.
And the Falcons blowing two football games. I have no expectations for my team. I'm gonna cheer for them. I'm gonna ride with them, but I'm not gonna get hyped because I can't do it. I can't do it. But yeah, if you wanna get out there and vote, then make it your duty to do so. And then second, I have some good news. Red Cup Rants has been officially trademarked as of today.
whoop whoop.
Whoa.
So I appreciate everybody helping us to get this trademark done. My BFF, there's a couple more people. Boom, Maggie, Mike, all those guys. They got us to where we are today. So as of today, Red Cup Rants is officially trademarked under us. So if you see anybody out there using Red Cup Rants,
Shut it down.
please hit us up because we're gonna hit them with that cease and desist letter. So yeah, so I'm happy. I'm excited about that. I told my BFF today. She was excited. So yeah, it's good things, man. Good things. So we're gonna we're gonna try to build this show up. We're gonna try to build up this podcast. We'll probably try to get some more guests on here. We're gonna do what we can to make this a great show for you guys to watch. And I appreciate everybody listening, checking in with us. Sam, you've been with us from day one. Nikki, you've been there day one. Other people's been there. My brother-in-law, he checks in every now and then when he's not working. So from the bottom of all of our hearts, I appreciate everybody sticking with us, and we're gonna make this pretty good. We're gonna make this good. So, but that's all I got to say. I ain't got nothing else to say. So, BFF, you want to close it down? Go ahead.
All I gotta say is one thing. One, and it's happy birthday to this one.
Happy birthday, nephew. Happy birthday,
Uncle
nephew.
Jay said happy birthday. No, he's running.
Do I have to come? Do I have to come back?
Does Uncle Dre have to come back?
Seems like
Does you want Uncle Dre to come back?
I'll be back, nephew. I'll be back, nephew.
Say I miss you. No.
No.
Can you sing happy birthday to you? But that's all I really wanted to say was happy birthday to him. He has definitely brought entertainment into our life in more ways than positive and negative, but it's been entertainment. Um, and I mean the chain reaction guy, boom, we will be on after the Cowboys and Browns game, which is at noon game. Correct me if I'm wrong. We will be on live after that game, and then we will be back next Tuesday. Hopefully our teams win. Let's pull off a miracle for the Falcons. I keep my fingers crossed. Let's hope there's a
If we win,
angel in the backfield and for both teams.
if we win Monday, I'll be totally shocked. I'll be
Remember
totally
how I
shocked.
was when we beat the Saints on that Thursday night game and I ended up cleaning like at midnight?
Yeah.
I was up cleaning because I was so amped. That's gonna be you if y'all accidentally win. I'm just saying. Tariq was asleep and I was just like I couldn't scream, so I just cleaned.
Yeah, y'all played the game. Y'all like that game. That was a good ass game.
It was all
And
defensive.
Sam, we are working on the merchandise thing. I might have to do another trademark for that. But yeah, we're definitely gonna get some merchandise out there too.
Yes.
I've been
But
talking
that's
to a couple folks, so yeah.
that's all I got to say. That's all I wanted. Boom.
I have.
Nothing. Okay. Well, thank you for everybody that came on and talked to us and called in and did everything. And we will talk to y'all this week and the next week.
All
Peace
right,
out.
see y'all. All right, everybody, appreciate everybody checking in.